in there, they're in the pocket.
Or do you think that's just he's just too eager to try and keep going forward?
We're talking about Mario?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he just doesn't know. You know, like a lot of guys don't really, it's a little bit more advanced, the application of it. Like he has good teeps, he has good kicks, they're nice. But the application, you get that as you go. Putting a little bit of a feint in front of it, stopping him in his tracks, and then hitting him with it. But you can't throw it as they're crashing in. You got to do it when they're not moving forward. If they're crashing in, you got to go with the hands.
All right, Sherman here as we go over the second round here.
I like Ray's advice of telling him to be first. Being first can help. Being first can stop those guys. If they're crashing in, you need to be first.
Now you get out of the bullpen, but nonetheless here is Armani. He's again pushing the advantage.
One thing I think a lot of these guys forget is this is a fight. You do not have to throw technical shots all the time. If a guy's pressuring you, you can push him. You can clinch in, push them, throw them off. It's fine. You don't have to answer with strikes always. Mario looks like he's a little tired.
All right, and then trying to stop that blow. There's separation. Armani is again with the strikes here.
I do like Armani's entries. I like that he's kind of setting it up a little bit. He's switching stances as he comes in. He's ducking, giving a little bit of a feint, and then he's cracking, not just going straight for the kill.
And he's trying to move about here, at least now. Again, down goes Mario.
Looks like it was a shot to the liver.
I think that's it. Just like that.
Yeah, that looked like it was a shot to the liver. Good shot. I mean, there is that if I overpressure and I favor one side, they have to exit that direction and you catch them as they're exiting. That was a perfect shot. Don't know if he set that up, but if he did, beautiful, amazing.
Whether it's setup or opportunities, the cult of personality plays. Armani the Mutant Ezeb standing tall and confident as we await the official results here in this matchup between Ezeb and Vieira.
Tough fight for him. Armani's clean, he's crisp. Mario had some good moments, some really good moments.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Robbie Sherman calling a stoppage to the action. 1 minute, 14 seconds of round number 2. Declaring your winner by knockout! Fighting out of the red corner, Armani the Mutant Ezeb.
Look in my eyes, what do you see? Armani the Mutant Ezeb moving his knockout consecutive spree from 7 to 8 with a huge victory here at BFC 75.
Fans, that's 8 knockouts for Armani Ezeb, turning into quite the knockout artist at BFC. You know, Armani E. Zeb recently knocked a lot of guys out at BFC's viral Tough Enough boxing event called Bayou Brawlin'. Has anybody ever heard of Bayou Brawlin'? It got pretty big on TikTok. It went viral. We had some guy named Freezer Burnt fought on the card. It went crazy viral. The whole state, even other states were talking about it. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are happy to announce that Bayou Brawlin' is coming back. Ladies and gentlemen, that's right, BFC's viral rally boxing event returns on Saturday, October 4th, as Bayou Brawlin' 3 will go down live from the Visions Fight Arena next door to Visions Men's Club. You don't want to miss it, ladies and gentlemen. Limited tickets will be available. Don't miss your chance to be a part of one of the most viral fighting promotions on TikTok. It's BFC Bayou Brawlin' 3. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to mark your calendars because on Saturday, November 1st, BFC proudly presents BFC Battle of the Badges New Orleans. Ladies and gentlemen, that will be going down right here at the Pontchartrain Center on November 1st, Saturday, November 1st. Ladies and gentlemen, it's New Orleans' bravest and toughest individuals, first responders and military personnel, putting on the gloves and seeing who the toughest is. Ladies and gentlemen, it's all for a good cause. Even if you don't know the fighters, it's an honor to be a part of it. Some of New Orleans' most bravest and finest police officers, firefighters, and beyond compete in the boxing ring right here at the Pontchartrain Center on November 1st. You need to be there, ladies and gentlemen. Saturday, November 1st, BFC Battle of the Badges, New Orleans. Tickets for both events will be available exclusively at BFC.com, BayouFightingChampionship.com. Get your tickets now before we sell out. Up next, ladies and gentlemen, the action continues here at BFC 75. This bout will be three-minute rounds of light heavyweight mixed martial arts presented to you by our friends at the Ticket 106.7. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Garrett, the Water Boy, Orlando.
This is the final matchup on our undercard here for BFC 75. There you see the Water Boy, Garrett Orlando, representing Hackney Fitness, coming to the ring for this matchup, sponsored by the Ticket 106.7 for this amateur MMA 205 weight class matchup. Three-minute rounds. Garrett Orlando set to go one-on-one with D'Amico Wright here at BFC 75. Got a lot of huge matchups, a lot of huge more nights coming up here to round out 2025. Mark your calendars. Bayou Brawling, October 4th. And of course, BFC here on November 1st as well. BFC, the #1 in mixed martial arts here in the state of Louisiana for over 40 years. As we roll along here, more action here to come at BFC 75. Don't go anywhere.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is D'Amico the Wolf Wright. Ladies and gentlemen, up next, this will be three-minute rounds of light heavyweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at the Ticket 106.7. When this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Joe Blessed Pepe. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man, a brawler, representing Hackney Fitness, standing at 5'10" and weighing at 206 pounds, from Alexandria, Louisiana, he is Garrett, the Water Boy, Orlando. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this man, a mixed martial artist representing the West Bank Social Club, standing at 6'2" and weighing in at 206 pounds, from New Orleans, Louisiana, he is D'Amico the Wolf Wright.
This is our 8th matchup here. BFC 75, three-minute rounds here in the light heavyweight division. D'Amico Wright taking on Garrett Orlando. This matchup brought to you by the Ticket 106.7.
I'd like to see D'Amico keep his hands up a little bit more when he's feigning. He's kind of leading with his head. Garrett's got a nice single leg there. He's going in on it.
The water boy, Garrett Orlando, representing Hackney Fitness. Really pressing the advantage here over D'Amico the Wolf Wright. D'Amico representing West Bank Social Club.
Garrett's really loading up on these shots. D'Amico's got to watch with leading with his head.
And D'Amico, I know he's willing to trade blows for here. That's strategy he's employed oftentimes, and maybe Garrett Orlando taking advantage, just pressing again, spending more time in the cage than out of it.
D'Amico needs to get what's called a bicep punch. He's got to get his crook of his elbow underneath Garrett's nose. It needs to pry him up and work him up the cage, and then he can establish his hips. But right now, Garrett's going to get under it. He's going to drop him. He's got the overhook. He's going to be okay here. Got to work off the cage, though. If your back's against the cage, more than likely you're losing.
Garrett keep pressing, though. Water boy looking for that leg. And trying to push up. D'Amico, and there's a separation there. And
he's rocked. That knee caught him on that way out.
Oh, man.
Break and throw. Separate and throw. Separate and throw. I think Garrett's hurt still.
Yeah, Garrett's staying low.
Keep feeding those right hands, but you got to watch out for that. Set up a couple jabs, throw the right hand. Yeah.
And look at
here comes
the Wolf looking for blood here. Oh, and Garrett Orlando still up on his feet though, but
he's taking his time. D'Amico's being patient. He's in on the single. He needs to jam in here. He can't drop down. He needs to jam in. He needs to buy some time. He should not be striking.
He should not be going for strikes there. He needs to hold the line here. On Garrett down, but
I think Garrett's exhausted.
D'Amico not pouncing maybe as quickly as it show. It might not matter though.
And he did it.
And the ref calling it there.
I like D'Amico's patience. I like how he didn't just go wild with the shots. He took his time, picked his shot, and put him down. D'Amico's only had one fight before this that I know of in MMA. That was some maturity there. Being patient, not just overthrowing.
You know, I mean, you saw Garrett Orlando pressing the advantage in the early going. D'Amico Wright biding his time and paid off for him in dividends here.
D'Amico's very relieved, very happy. Good sportsmanship here, coming over to shake his hand, thank him for the fight.
Not how Gary Orlando wanted this to go.
He had some good moments, though. He looked really good at a couple parts.
I mean, he came out of the block firing on all cylinders.
Ladies and gentlemen, official Joe Pepe calling a stoppage to the action. 2 minutes, 41 seconds, round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO. Fighting out of the red corner, D'Amico the Wolf Wright.
Huge win for D'Amico Wright in the opening round here. And our conclusion of the opening bouts, we still got a lot more here to come here for BFC 75, including our huge main event as the Nuke Duke Sensley takes on the genetic freak Eric Thompson. A lot more here to come here, or BFC 75.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, momentarily we will begin tonight's main card. But before we go anywhere, we are going to take a quick intermission for everybody to get just readjusted before we begin tonight's main card. So ladies and gentlemen, don't go anywhere if you're watching live on Facebook or on YouTube. BFC 75 will continue here momentarily. Ladies and gentlemen, a very quick intermission, and we are back with our main card. Ladies and gentlemen, we got to give a huge thank you and a huge shout out to our guy, Mr. Devin McGovern, in the cage with us right now. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget to mark your calendars. On October 17th, we present, or Devin presents to you, the 3rd annual Les Bonanno Boxing Classic going down right here at the Pontchartrain Center. Make sure you hit up the Les Bonanno Boxing page on Facebook. Follow them. It's the 3rd annual Les Bonanno Boxing Classic going down on October 17th.
I'm Jefferson Parish Sheriff Joe LaPinto.
And I'm Brian Adams, the Jefferson Parish Fire Chief.
We want you to join us for the Battle of the Badges at the Pontchartrain Center. This will be a great family event where the policemen are going to put the firemen down for their nap.
The only people taking a nap will be the donut eating blue team.
Come on, Brian. Let's get around there.
American Men Roofing is prepped and prepared for the hurricane season or your next project. As a locally owned and operated roofing company, American Men Roofing prepares ahead of time by keeping a large inventory of supplies on hand. Ask about our fortified roofing program. It could lower your homeowner's insurance premium. Add American Men Roofing to your phone contacts as part of...
And have a great time. We'll watch them beat each other up. Come on out November 1st. We'll have a great time. And also, it's a good charity event for us. Thank you.
Chef Joseph LaPinto, ladies and gentlemen. And he's right, it all goes to a great cause. So folks, even if you don't know any of the competitors on the event, still, it's an incredible event to be a part of, just to get a ticket to watch some of the bravest and toughest individuals in the world from right here in New Orleans duke it out in the boxing ring. Here we go. We got Joe. Our president, Joe Ancona, ladies and gentlemen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, We got Isabella, wave Isabella, and Bronx in the cage with us, along with everybody in the Ancona family. Isabella and Bronx, it's their birthdays today, ladies and gentlemen. So on the count of 3, let's all sing happy birthday. You ready, New Orleans? Here we go. A 1, a 2, a 3. Happy birthday to you. Isabella and Bronx. And many more. That's how we do it, BFC style, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. The president, Joe Ancona, ladies and gentlemen.
I just want to thank all of y'all for coming out tonight. Don't go anywhere. We have 4 tough and mean pro fights coming up. And I'm sure y'all like what y'all seen in the last 8 fights. So it's coming up right when I get out of this cage. Call them up, baby. Let's get out of here.
Okay. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we need all officials back to cage side. All officials and live stream camera operators and live stream personnel back to cage side. We are about to get back to the action here at BFC 75. Another reminder, ladies and gentlemen, to mark your calendars on October 4th, BFC presents its Are You Tough Enough rally boxing event. Its viral rally boxing event, Bayou Brawlin' 3, going down at the Visions Fight Arena next door to Visions Men's Club. That's going down on October 4th, Bayou Brawlin' 3. All amateurs, if you've never fought and you think you can do it, sign up. Hit us up on Facebook. That's Bayou Brawlin' on Facebook and on TikTok. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75 presented to you by our friends at MAK, Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids, Manti Resources, American Men Roofing, Southern Eagle Sales and Service, Perma Power, Fleur de Leaf Wellness, The Swamp Room, our official after-party host. Right after tonight's event, hit us up on the Swamp Room on Veterans for mouth-watering swamp burgers and thirst-quenching drinks. Our friends at The Ticket, 106.7 FM, Alt 92.3, Deep South Blenders, Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service, R&O's Seafood Restaurant, Messina's Catering and Events, Rhino Web Services, Angel Apartments, Russo Chiropractic, Apex Marine and Motors, Radio Fiesta NOLA, Visions Men's Club, and our friends at Loaded Pistols Fightwear. Oh, yeah. Massive love to our friends at Manti Resources, our title sponsors for tonight. Of course, our friends at Manti Resources and our friends at American Men Roofing, providing tonight's live stream worldwide for free on YouTube and on Facebook. Thank you to our friends at Manti Resources, our new partners, and of course our friends at American Men Roofing. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are getting back to the action. And ladies and gentlemen, live from New Orleans, Louisiana, this is your BFC 75 Pro Card. Ladies and gentlemen, your main card of BFC 75 starts now. This will be 3 5-minute rounds of professional welterweight mixed martial arts action presented to you by our friends at Perma Power. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Travis Budanich. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Ben Shabbat Blouin. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your opening bout of tonight's main card of BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, this bout presented to you by our friends at Perma Power. And ladies and gentlemen, this will be 3 5-minute rounds of professional welterweight mixed martial arts action. Ladies and gentlemen, when this bout begins, the man in charge, he is Joe Blessed Goat Pepe. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man a striker, standing at 5'10" and weighing in at 165 pounds. From Slidell, Louisiana, he is Travis Budanich. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, this man, a West Banger, representing the West Bank Social Club, standing at 5'11", weighing in at 170 pounds. From West Bank, New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Ben Shabbat Blouin.
Working it. I think he did a good job, got in there, got to the back quick, put him away. Easy night for Ben Blouin.
Let's go to Bryce Boudreaux for the official decision here.
Ladies and gentlemen, official Joe Pepe calling a stoppage to the action. 35 seconds, round number 1. Declaring your winner by submission via standing rear naked choke Fighting out of the red corner, Ben Shabbat Blouin.
Travis Budnick came in with a lot of confidence, but in the end, Ben Blouin, easy night at the office for the Showboat. Big win for Ben Blouin here at BFC 75.
Yeah, I know Ben's happy. He's relieved. He had a couple tough fights in his first little stint he had. Took a little break, came back. I believe we'll see him back in here
Well,
pretty
ladies
quick.
and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner of the first main card bout of tonight's card, Ben Showboat Blouin. Ben, 35 seconds, round one, standing RNC in the Manti Resources corner. Ben, how do you feel, man? Incredible comeback here, incredible return here at BFC 75 in New Orleans.
Hey, what's up, Kenna? Hey, I'm happy to be back, guys. I appreciate all of y'all's support so much. I got so many people out there that support me. It's been 2 years. It's been 2 years since I've been in the cage. It's so good to be back. And I'm thankful for all my supporters, my coaches, everybody. I thank my dad, Paul Blouin. He taught me judo since I was 5 years old. That's what I'm gonna use to win these fights, guys. Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
Spoken like a true gentleman. He says he's back. Welcome home, Ben Blouin, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm pretty sure you're being unbiased.
Ultra confident with the big win for Ben Blouin. That matchup brought to you by Perma Power Pro Fight as we continue on here for BFC 75 with two huge more main events yet to come. Yaya Rao taking on Marcus Andruzia. And of course, in our main event, Duke Sensley versus Eric Thompson. Still here to come. Thank you for joining us live on YouTube, live on Facebook Live, as we go back up to Bryce Boudreaux for more BFC 75.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to keep the action rolling here at BFC 75. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, tonight's after party's going down. The Swamp Room on Veterans, mouth-watering swamp burgers and thirst-quenching drinks. Come hang out with us there. Come buy your favorite announcer something to drink. Let's party, let's have a great time. And also later on tonight, the adult after party going down at Visions Men's Club. Come see us later on tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get crazy, let's have a great time, and let's party the success of BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, BFC 75's main card continues. This bout, 3 5-minute rounds with the catch weight of 165 pounds. This bout presented to you by our friends at Fleur de Lis Wellness. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Josiah the Demon Roberts. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Justin Smooth Robinson.
There you see Justin Smooth Robinson on his way to the ring to take on James Roberts as we continue along here at BFC 75. Thank you for joining us here on Facebook Live and YouTube. And we of course want to thank our sponsors, American Men Roofing Incorporated, and of course Manti. Manti Resources since 1989 has been the leader in energy exploration and global business innovation. Founder on strong values and world-class team, Manti has built lasting partnerships with so many in the industry, including Exxon, Shell, Conoco, Chevron, and BHP. Exploring innovation, building partnerships, creating impact, Manti Resources. And of course, this matchup brought to you now by Fleur de Lis Wellness Pro Fight. This Pro 165 bout here on our main card for Bayou Fighting Championship 75.
Ladies and gentlemen, your main card of BFC 75 continuing. This will be a catchweight of 165 pounds, 3 5-minute rounds of professional mixed martial arts presented to you by our friends at Fleur de Lis Wellness. When this bout begins, the man in charge, the good doctor, Dr. Robbie Sherman. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man, a freestyle striker representing Aero Boxing, standing at 6'2", weighing in at 164 pounds, from Virginia Beach, Virginia, he is Josiah the Demon Roberts. His opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. This man, a mixed martial artist representing Mid-City and Libros MMA. Standing at 5'7", weighing in at 165 pounds, from Houston, Texas, by way of New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Justin Smooth Robinson.
Here we go, the first of 3 5-minute rounds between Justin Smooth Robinson and the Demon James Roberts here. And this matchup sponsored by Fleur de Lis Wellness Pro Fight. I'm Sammy Kiss alongside Big Ticket Johnny Smith. And Johnny, we talked a little bit before this matchup. This is a bit of a striker versus wrestler combination here in this big bout.
Yeah, we're going to see the typical striker versus wrestler matchup. Justin's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu, good, awesome wrestler, really good MMA grappling. Like, it's not, some of these guys are great jiu-jitsu guys, some guys are great wrestlers, but some guys aren't super great at MMA grappling. Justin is very, very good at MMA grappling. He knows the position, he knows where to be, he knows how to land shots. And that's what we're seeing right now.
Yeah, he's trying to land a few right there, jockeying for position here, representing Mid-City MMA. Talk about Smooth, earning that nickname here is Justin Robinson. Referee right there to see James Roberts really in a bad position.
He's working on that head and arm choke right now. He's stepping over in the mount. He's got to work that arm up. He's taking his time, patience. He's got a good cross body ride. It's keeping him pinned.
James Roberts known for his strikes. Not going to be landing anything here.
He's already in on it. It's deep. He's got to get the head to the floor, though, get his head a little bit more down. He's answering the phone. Good defense. It's in tight.
Yeah, James trying to keep those hips turned, trying to get some kind of leg advantage.
We got a thumbs up. He said he's good. Thumbs up, said he's good, but he's going to work that arm up. He answered the phone. That kind of keeps the blood flow going to the brain. He's trying to turn in, which is correct. You don't want to turn away here. You turn away here, and you're going to get choked. I feel like Justin just stepped back over into mount. Stepping back over into mount, you stabilize the position. You can work back down for it, but he's turning into him, so it's taking pressure off. I feel like he's burning his arms here.
And that's the thing. I mean, trying to maintain the advantage here, and how much is that going to give up? Again, 3 5-minute rounds here. BFC 75, Justin Robinson in control, but
Work to get out.
He's working. He's doing a good job. He's just letting James turn in a little bit.
and keeping those hips.
And he's going to work that elbow through. He's good. Good defense. Good defense. Both fighters stayed very patient, did not let that anxiety take control of them.
And neither man rushing in too much. Again, Robinson's doing everything he can to keep that advantage here, but James Roberts right there.
James got to get under his hips. He needs to try to work that right leg into a butterfly hook and elevate his hips. Regain the guard or wrestle up. But stand back flat on his back is just not the answer here. Easier said than done, obviously, when you have a guy like Justin Robinson on top of you.
You know, the Robinson trying to keep, again, trying to turn those hips. You see, like, almost twisting, trying to twist through Grapevine. And Robinson doing everything he can to not give a limb away.
James is making the correct decisions here. On the ground, he's doing a good job. Justin just has the answers. I would like to see some more action. I'd like to see some more strikes here.
There's a more methodical approach here, and that's the advantage that Justin Robinson brought into this fight with that wrestling background.
Sometimes those strikes will lead to submissions, though. You can punch in chokes, punch in locks. Justin's all over him, though, in that modified mount. Looks like he's trying to work the gift wrap.
James Roberts all tied up here.
He's going back to the head and arm. He's going back to the head and arm. He's going to get that elbow to the floor. This is a lot tighter. This is a lot tighter here. He's pushing it back in. He's starting to scramble. It's tight.
Trying to hook that leg a little more advantage. See, try and push up from underneath. James Roberts is not enough, though.
Justin needs to take his right hand and push that hand forward. The one that's answering the phone, push his left hand forward, push it up, drop the head to the floor. Use that left leg that's near to pin the hips down, get him back flat, and then go back into the choke.
Robinson focused up top.
I feel like he needs to drop his chest down more. Drop his chest down more. James is doing a good job trying to turn in, though. He's back out. I think he's safe here. He's working it, pushing it in, trying to make that triangle tighter and tighter and tighter. 10 seconds left. I think we're going to go into round 2.
James Roberts just hold on. Robinson's keeping the pressure, keeping the advantage in. Close out this first round.
Dominant round. Not a lot of damage. Not too much action, but dominant round, needless to say.
Corman checking on Roberts, not going the way I'm sure he was hoping for. Is that going to play in mentally? How much of the mental game plays into this when the round goes like an into that, where you're basically on your back for almost the entirety of that 5 minutes?
I think it really depends on the guy. It depends on who is on bottom. What is your beliefs in yourself? But overall, it's not good. When you don't have an answer for anything, it doesn't help you out a lot mentally. I think feeling those two chokes and being able to work out of them, you can find good in that. But being on your back for 5 minutes isn't good for anybody. It's not good for anybody.
Not a lot of advantage after the first, but Justin Robinson's got to believe that he is ahead right now. Confidence coming into the second round. Here in this matchup, again, brought to you by Fleur de Lis Wellness Pro Fight. And
Justin's going to shoot again. He landed a good shot. He landed a good shot.
The Demon James Roberts doing what he knows, trying to lay those strikes in.
James needs to stop pressuring him, though. It doesn't see those flying knees can be great. They can also be bad. James thinks he got it. He thinks he's got it.
Now look at the expression on the face of James Roberts.
I don't think he does. Wait.
I mean, look at the looseness on those arms there from Justin Robinson.
Justin needs to step off to the side. He needs to go to the right, work that double leg.
Dr. Sherman right there in the check-in. And Justin Smooth Robinson here is lowering ever more.
Yeah, there it is. He got it. He's down. But when a guy has that long arm like that, you can sometimes finish these from there. It's tough, but it can happen. He hasn't let it go yet, but I feel like he's just going to burn his arms out here. Justin's in a really good spot if he can clear his head.
Roberts trying to keep on grapevining those legs.
See, Justin's keeping that there because he wants that head and arm, but the fence is in the way. He's not going to be able to get that there unless he pulls him out.
Not the best ring placement.
You know, I talked to James a little bit before this fight, and I asked his jiu-jitsu experience, and he said he doesn't really train it, but he does some pretty good things. He's not that bad off his back.
No, he's not. He's showing up here. I mean, you have to against someone like Justin Robinson. And it was very interesting to see what kind of contrast would be in the approach, and maybe Robinson wasn't expecting this kind of strategy from James Roberts.
He's got to stop wrapping the head, though. He's going to wrap that guillotine, and that Justin's not getting called in that. He needs to separate and strike. He needs to work that bicep into the front, peel him off, get to the center, and go back to work. But that guillotine, it's just not going to happen.
Pull out.
It's a shot to the spine.
Yeah. Referee checking, calling it out on it. Got to be careful in the situation.
He's got to work up. Push the head down and prime up. He's kind of accepted bottom a little bit. I'd like to see him try to get some type of scramble. He's kind of like, I'm getting taken down. Let me get to a defensive position. Now I'm going to work back up. You can't do that. You have got, your butt hits the ground. You've got to work to get back up.
You got to push, push, push.
Justin's all over him. I would like to see some more damage. I would like to see some more shots. Those punches can open up these subs.
And again, Roberts popping those hips, find himself now underneath.
I mean, right now is a good spot to just hammer down shot. You're dominant. You got the handcuff. You got the leg rod. I mean, this is where you lay down power. Lay down some shots here.
Roberts trying to get more of a secure advantage here before he frees his hand to lay those in.
People get mad in this spot. They get mad whenever the guy on top's not really doing much, but it's not really on him. The guy on bottom's got to work to get up. He can't just lay there.
Give up a moment, kind of force the issue. Roberts basing where to let go, trying to pull in that left arm.
He needs to wall walk, run his hands on, run his feet on the cage, push off. He's got that arm trap though. That's what the problem is. Justin's got a handcuff on the far side.
And all tied up. You got to try to maybe use the cage for push over.
Yeah, it's about James needs to go belly down, flatten out, flick the wrist, break that handcuff, and then work back up. Head's got to get high. Head's got to get higher.
He's going to try and grab that arm, not allow him eventually.
Another 10-9 for Justin Robinson.
There's the sound, second round. Better showing there from James Roberts, but ending much like the first with Justin Robinson on top.
I'd like to see James go for broke here. He's going to have to sell out. He can be patient, but I believe the same result will happen. I think he's just going to have to keep his distance, pick his shots, but he's going to have to try to put him away.
End of round 2 here in this matchup, again brought to you by Fleur de Lis Wellness Pro Fight here at BFC 75. Brought to you by American Man Roofing Incorporated and Manti. An impressive performance from Justin Smooth Robinson, but not the dominance that I think some people may have expected here. Robinson, definitely a fan favorite representing Mid-City MMA here at Pontchartrain Center. James Roberts out of Aero Boxing, known for his strikes. He's not been able to lay too many in at all here so far.
James is trying to get the crowd going. Let's see what happens. He landed a good shot at the beginning of that second round. Let's see if he can get back to it again.
The ground game for Justin Roberts has paid dividends, at least in the sense that it has stopped any kind of offensive maneuvering from Justin Roberts. Justin's able to switch it up here in the third round.
I don't like those flying knees. I mean, they can work sometimes, but more often than not, they're not going to work. He's got to stop wrapping the head.
The waistline, and again, down goes Roberts. Hands of Justin Robinson.
Every time you wrap the head, every time you try to go for that guillotine in that position, you're going to get taken down. He's got to address that leg lace. He's got to get those knees through. And then he's got to start working to his hands and get on all fours and try to get a stand up. The Kimura here could possibly give him some space, give him a little bit of separation, but it's just not the answer.
Yeah, trying to push off the cage here.
He's setting up a Darce. Oh no, that's an Anaconda, sorry.
Reversing me going for, trying to pull in.
Thought we had a little modified buggy choke going on there. Coming from the guy that told me he doesn't do jiu-jitsu.
No, I mean, defensively, James Roberts has really brought the ground game here, but it's created a bit of a stalemate between both fighters here for the most of this night.
Justin looks like he's trying to set up that head and arm north-south choke or roll him into an Anaconda. He's still wrapping that head. Needs to stop wrapping the head. Got to build his frames back.
Roberts trying to get some blows in here at least.
He's got to get those elbows inside. He's got to create space. Either shoot a knee in, get back to his guard, or just roll belly down and try to stand back up. I mean, when you're down 2 rounds to none, you better do everything you can to get back up. Even if it's an unconventional approach, you have to sell out.
This is, again, trying to swivel those hips. And Roberts again finds himself shoulders on the mat.
At this point, I'm unwrapping my hands around his back. I'm going to try to give up my back with the chance of possibly standing up.
Even just a slip out.
You're sweaty. Anything can happen here. Stop wrapping the head. Stop worrying about the damage. Give up your back to the chance of actually getting up.
Well, I mean, if you want to go for broke, I mean, live to fight or neighbor, if you want to try and get a win here, you got to move something. You got to do something here, change this up. Justin Robinson do everything he can to make sure that doesn't happen at the expense of James Roberts.
Got a choke here. Looks like a topside anaconda.
Dr. Sherman there, right? Check in. Great vantage point here.
Wait, no, that is a Darce choke. That is a Darce. He set up the Darce. Justin can get this. Justin can get this choke here. He needs to fall to his left hip, close the gap between the chin and the chest, and he could get this. This is deep. But James has that leg pinned up back there. That's what's causing the problems. Justin can use that left foot to push that left foot to push his right leg free. He can get to his hip and finish this.
This is Robinson going to risk that situation, though. Call, this has been Robinson on top, figuratively and literally. You just ride this out.
That 10-second collapse got to be coming soon. James needs to sell out. He's got to get up. Got to try. Again, easier said than done.
He's going to try and fight out.
Give your back up to try to stand up. There's the 10-second clapper. A clean sheet for Justin Robinson.
And there it is.
Justin doesn't seem happy with his performance. He seems like he really wanted to finish. Might not be what he wanted, but it was a great performance, needless to none.
Going all the way to the end of the final third. A lot of confidence coming to this matchup. You saw the expression in his face. He thought he had Robinson in the second. But James Roberts spent most of this fight on his back, not willing to give it up, as you suggested, maybe, risk for the reward. But again, as you also pointed out, Johnny, easier said than done, especially against a fighter like Justin Robinson.
And Justin also is a 45er. He's a natural 45er. I was talking to him in the back, and he told me he's going to get back down to 45, but this is a fight they had. We were trying to get him at 155, and sometimes you have to take these a little bit higher in weight just to get out here and get.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of action, your judges scoring this bout 30-27, 29-28, and 30-27, all in favor of your winner by unanimous decision. Fighting out of the red corner, Justin Smooth Robinson.
Justin Robinson, he's got a son less than a year old at home. He's got to be proud to go home and say he got a big victory here at BFC 75. It's a great showing for James Roberts, not the night that the Demon was hoping for. As we move on to our co-main event here for BFC 75.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've had a great night here tonight at BFC 75. And ladies and gentlemen, the action is not over. Up next will be your American Men Roofing co-main event of BFC 75. Ladies and gentlemen, this will be 3 5-minute rounds of professional welterweight mixed martial arts action. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is Marcus El Vaquero Andrusa. And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Muhab Ayash. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's co-main event of BFC 75, presented to you by our friends at American Men Roofing. Why pay more? Know who's on your roof. Over 30 years of experience, based in River Ridge, Louisiana, it's American Men Roofing. Ladies and gentlemen, your co-main event of BFC 75, 3 5-minute rounds of professional welterweight mixed martial arts action. When this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Myron Godet. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man, a freestyle fighter representing Team Boot Camp. Sitting at 6 foot tall, weighing in at 169 pounds, from Sulphur, Louisiana, he is Marcus El Vaquero Andrusa. And his opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner, this man, a West Banger, representing the West Bank Social Club. Standing at 5'7" and weighing in at 170 pounds. From West Bank, New Orleans, Louisiana, he is Muhrab Yaya Ayash.
All right. This is your co-main event here for BFC 75, brought to you by American Men Roofing. 3 5-minute rounds of welterweight division here as Yaya Ayash takes on Marcus Andruzia. Look at that, strikes all righty right off the bat here.
Marcus has been out of the cage for about 2 years. He's got a lot of fights, over 30 professional fights. The guy can scrap. He does a good job. It's always exciting. It's always gonna be exciting, so is Yaya. Yaya's got a more traditional grappling approach. Marcus, he's coming to fight.
Just woke up this crowd here at the Pontchartrain Center here.
Marcus is in on that choke, but he's got to turn that chin, get that on the inside. Yaya's about to go for a good throw, big throw here coming. Nice takedown by Yaya.
Pushing the advantage here, Yaya. No trepidation here. He's at 2 years out of the cage, not showing it right now.
No, he's not at all. He's a scrappy guy. Yaya's got so much pressure on top.
Yaya, the West Bank Warrior, representing West Bank Social Club here. It's already been a great showing here at the expense of Team Boot Camp's Marcus Andruzia.
That was a good shot from the top. I like Yaya's stance here. Good, powerful hips in the top. When you got a guy underneath you like that, they've got a butterfly hook, they're gonna try to elevate you. If you smash that down, they're not gonna be able to use it. Good ground and pound, good ground and pound.
The wherewithal, Yaya to get up and
gotta watch them up kicks, gotta watch them up quick. He's right in that mid-range.
trying to pick that leg. Has more of an advantage here. Again, back up to vertical base.
And Druzy's got a crafty guard.
Nice block there from Yaya.
I'd like to see him pass, get to half guard. You got way less threats from half guard than you do from being inside close guard. Good pressure. He's got
Yaya just forcing that fight up from Marcus is Yaya here.
Using them elbows. He's trying to work that arm.
Look at that, ferocious.
He's gonna pin him back down, grab the other arm.
Maybe look for a triangle here. Marcus forcing the break again, but again, looks keeping that ankle picked.
Good guard out of Marcus Andruzia.
Look at that, ferocious.
Nice kicks, nice. That's the thing. If you're gonna be a grappler, you gotta give.
My God.
I'm gonna tell you, Marcus Andruzia is not gonna give up. He's gonna fight to the end.
Oh, yeah, Yaya. He's almost 2 years out. I think he's unloading all of it here and not just almost just toying with Marcus here. Feeling out of the moment.
He's gonna get past his legs though. Too much danger happening right here.
Yeah, Yaya. He's almost 2 years out. I think he's unloading all of it here and not just almost just toying with Marcus here. Feeling out of the moment. Look at these hammering blows here from Yaya.
Straight to the back, straight to the back. He needs to pull him back over. He's got to get that other hook in. He needs to stop fighting the hand to get that other hook. Peel that top hook off. He's trying to turn in. Not a bad decision.
Look at these hammering blows here from Yaya.
Straight to the back, Nice double leg off the cage. Good job, yeah. Nice.
And the front face lock, trying to change strategies here. Does Marcus and Yaya fight and stay out of it? Again, look at it, keeping the pressure on.
Good round for Yaya. Definitely got the 10-9 on that round. Andrusia's coming and doing a good job. He's making Yaya work. He's not just giving up. I'd like to see him get back to his feet. I don't think he's going to have a lot of success with that guard game. It's helping, but he needs to use those submission attacks to get up.
Well, is Yaya going to be able to keep this kind of aggression going forward in the second round here? Exploding right from the beginning. How much is left in the tank of Yaya Ira?
But he needs to use those submission attacks to get up. Yaya looks in good shape.
Is Yaya going to be able to keep this kind of aggression going forward in the second round here? Exploding right from the beginning.
Andrusia seems ready to go.
How much is left in the tank? Round 2 here in our co-main events brought to you by American Men Roofing here for BFC 75.
Yaya looks in good shape.
And look at that.
Nice step-in head kick. Beautiful. Dropping the hands, about to start letting them fly.
And again, continuing that aggression, but Marcus right there to meet it. Round 2 here.
He's in on a choke.
Brought to you by American Men
He's fighting the hands. Good decision, fighting the hands. You got to keep his head safe, though. The knees are right there.
Trying to step in, trying to leverage out.
He can switch off to the darts here if he wanted.
Again, continuing that aggression, but
Broke the hands.
Marcus
Good
right
job.
there to meet it.
I think he had a better,
Look
way
at
better
that.
position when he was going for the back.
And right on top. Yaya right there.
Yaya's cut open.
Trying to leverage out.
He can switch off to the darts here if he wanted. Good job. He's working, it's good, but I don't know if he's landing many of those shots.
Yeah, I don't know how much power's behind those here. His knee right into that quadricep. Right there.
Yaya's cut open.
Oh, there's that one I think connected.
He's about to go for a ride right here. Yaya's about to switch off. Nice switch. He didn't. Good recovery by Yaya.
Yaya not
Building back up.
and not letting it slow down and keeping the pressure on. Blow, blow, blow.
Yeah, he's fighting it. Andrusia's got to move. Andrusia's got to move. He's got that hook. He's got that hook in. He's pinning him down with that back right hook.
And look at those hammer blows here. I mean, Yaya just relentless.
I love the switch.
Yeah, the second there was an opening there, Marcus taking advantage.
Yaya's still on the back, though. He's got the right arm pinned back. Andrusia holds his finger up, saying, "Give me a second, coach."
Marcus trying to switch this by himself on top. Yaya doing everything he can to not make sure it doesn't happen. Again, look at that. Again, right back on top is Yaya.
Tough elbows here. He's got to build to his hands. That turtle position in MMA is just not the best. You're just inviting shots. You're inviting damage.
And I can hear the coaches behind Marcus trying to tell him he's just got to get up, get to a vertical base here. Every one of these shots, how much is it taking out of Yaya here? But Yaya keeping it, putting all that weight, again, grounding down Marcus here.
He's only got one hook in. He's got to work his butt to the floor. He's got to hop over that bottom left leg. He's got to keep working forward. He can still get out of that. Yaya's throwing a lot of punches. He's doing a lot of action. but I don't know how many of these are landing, but the optics, that's the big thing here, the optics, it looks like he's winning.
It looks like he's taking, yeah. How many of those shots are going in, but how much the judges see that this has been all Yaya.
He's got the gift wrap. This could be the beginning of the end. And that's it.
That's it. Marcus said he's trying to put his hand on the block.
I think it was a good stoppage. Even though he was blocking, he's got to advance your position.
No, I mean, like, Yaya, blow after blow after blow after blow. How much got in, how much not, but I think we know the winner here tonight as we wait the decision here in our co-main event for BFC 75. Very impressed with Yaya, as he brought up, Johnny. Coming back to the cage, very impressive here tonight at BFC.
For being 40 years old, Andrusia looks good. I'm sure go ahead and say it. Guy looks like he's still got a bunch of fights left in him. He had Yaya in some troubling spots. I mean, a couple sub attempts, some good shot. I mean, that head kick was very, very nice. I'd like to see
Ladies and gentlemen, official Myron Godet calling a stoppage to the action. 3 minutes, 25 seconds, round number 2. Declaring your winner by TKO via strikes. Fighting out of the red corner, Muhrab Yaya Ayash.
Great showing there for Yaya Ayash, getting his hand raised as we get set now for our main event here at Bayou Fighting Championship 75. Master ceremonies, Bryce Boudreaux standing here with the victor of our co-main event here.
Ladies and gentlemen, here with the winner of tonight's American Men Roofing co-main event of the evening, West Bank's own Muhrab Yaya Ayash. Yaya, incredible performance right here in your backyard, a homecoming for you of sorts. Incredible performance against a veteran performer in Marcus Andrusia. Yaya, how do you feel, man?
I feel amazing. Shout out to my newborn that was born 2 weeks ago. River Oak Rouse, I love you, son. All this, I do it for you and your mother. I love y'all. The home that we built and the home in the cage. I wouldn't be the father I am if it wasn't for you.
Wow. Incredible and powerful words. Yaya, you just became a father. What an honor. Incredible stuff, man. Yaya, I had to mention, the last time we saw you in the cage, a few months back during UFC fight weekend, you took a loss, man, and it was a bit tough, but you came back, and that was the strongest that we've seen you in a very long time. Like I said, that was a veteran opponent right there. That's a very tough opponent to beat, a guy with a very storied career like Marcus Andrusia. How did you bounce back after that loss during Fury, during UFC fight weekend, to come back out here and take on Marcus Andrusia with the W?
I worked on my cardio, I worked on my striking, but he is a veteran, and so he's not a stranger to everything I've thrown at him today. And so all you can do at that point is just have grit and heart against a game opponent like him. And that's why I'm here, because I got the heart and the grit.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's our boy, he's Muhrab Yaya Ayash. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing the raffle for the Green Beret Association For the Wounded Warriors, Rocco, we gotta pick a name. So we're raffling off a 12-gauge combat shotgun, and I believe we have a winner. I can't read this name. To me, if you entered a contest, you should have a legible name. Whoever this is, I can't understand this. They lose. Let's pick a different name. You should have wrote your name correctly. I can't read it. Now this name I can read. Congratulations, Brett Travis. You have won a 12-gauge combat shotgun. Brett Travis, we will call you. We have your number. We'll let you know you won, where to pick up your prize. We thank everyone for participating and once again supporting the Green Beret Wounded Warriors. Congratulations to Brett Travis. Thank you, Rocco. We appreciate you, brother. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before tonight's main event and before we take things home here at BFC 75, a reminder tonight presented to you by MAK, Martial Arts and Combat Sports for Kids, Manti Resources, American Men Roofing, Southern Eagle Sales and Service, Bud Light, Perma Power, Fleur de Lis Wellness, our after-party host at the Swamp Room. Come hang out with us there right after the fights are over. Our friends at The Ticket 106.7 FM. Our friends at Alt 92.3. Our friends at Deep South Blenders. Our friends at Nicole's Limousine and Shuttle Service. Our friends at R&O's Seafood Restaurant. Messina's Catering and Events. Rhino Web Services. Angel Apartments. Russo Chiropractic. Apex Marine and Motors. If you want to buy or sell a boat, you need ceramic coating, maintenance, all that good stuff. Hit them up at Apex Marine and Motors. Big shout out. Love those guys from Apex. Of course, our friends from Radio Fiesta Nola, our friends at Loaded Pistols Fightwear, and our great friends at Visions Men's Club presenting your ring girls all night tonight. Come party with us later on tonight at the official adult after party of BFC 75. A reminder, ladies and gentlemen, mark your calendars, October 4th, it's BFC Bayou Brawlin' Tough Enough Rally Boxing going down at the Visions Fight Arena right next door to Visions Men's Club. Hit us up on TikTok and Facebook if you want in on the competition. That's BFC Bayou Brawlin' 3 on October 4th. And mark your calendars on Saturday, November 1st. It's BFC Battle of the Badges, New Orleans, 3 years in the making. New Orleans' bravest and toughest. First responders putting on the gloves. Police versus firemen. It's going to be an incredible event to be a part of. That's happening Saturday, November 1st. BFC Battle of the Badges, New Orleans. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we thank everybody from watching us live on YouTube and on Facebook, the official social media outlets of Bayou Fighting Championship. A reminder to follow us on social media. That's on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and on YouTube. Bayou Fighting Championship. We're really easy to find, ladies and gentlemen. Well, okay. New Orleans, Louisiana, do you have a little left in ya? That wasn't very confident. Let me ask you that question one more time so you got it. Do you have a little left in ya? Ladies and gentlemen, up next, it will be your BFC 75 main event of the evening, presented to you by our friends at Manti Resources. Ladies and gentlemen, your main event this evening set for 3 2-minute rounds of professional middleweight kickboxing action. Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he is the genetic freak, Eric Thompson.
All right, well, here we go.
The time is now for the main event of BFC 75, brought to you by our friends at Manti Resources. There you see the genetic freak, Eric Thompson, the War Daddy, making his way to the cage for his fight with the nuke, Duke Sensley, here at BFC 75.
And his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, he is Duke the Nuke Sensley.
Towering striker with serious power, Duke the Nuke Sensley. Talk about a fan favorite here at the Pontchartrain Center in Kenner, Louisiana. We get set for our main event of the evening. Duke the Nuke Sensley about to bring the fight here tonight.
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event of BFC 75, presented to you by our friends at Manti Resources, leading in energy exploration and global visioning and global innovation, the official energy partners of BFC 75, our friends at Manti Resources. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's main event of BFC 75 set for 3 two-minute rounds of professional middleweight kickboxing action. When this bout begins, the man in charge, Mr. Myron Gaudet. And now, ladies and gentlemen, live from the Pontchartrain Center, right here in New Orleans, Louisiana, this is your BFC 75 main event of the evening. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, this man representing Built Right Gym, standing at 5'7" and weighing in at 183 pounds. From Slidell, Louisiana, he is the genetic
Freak Eric Thompson.
His opponent across the cage and fighting out of the red corner. This man representing NOLA MMA, standing at 6'4", weighing in at 183 pounds, from New Orleans, Louisiana. He is Duke the Nuke Sensley.
All right, well, here we go. This is your main event for BFC 75. I'm Sammy Kiss ringside with Johnny Smith as we get set for this kickboxing matchup. 3 2-minute rounds between Duke the Nuke Sensley and the genetic freak, Eric Thompson.
This is going to be dynamite packed in a cage. Eric Thompson's going to come out super hard. Duke is going to sit here and take his shots. But Eric's got a lot of pop in that punch.
He's called the genetic freak, but talk about a towering strikers. That's some serious power from Duke the Nuke Sensley. Eric Thompson better watch out. Oh, man.
Looks like he's got something going on with that jaw there. That was a good high kick set up. That's one thing, you can't run away from the kicks. You leave yourself exposed.
I gotta appreciate Eric Thompson, the war daddy, the genetic freak, coming in hot, but Duke the Nuke Sensley from NOLA MMA clearly coming in. Oh, look at that trip up. And look at the kip up there from Duke Sensley.
Duke is just a massive guy. Long range, but he has really, I like how he's engaging those feints. But Eric just throws.
This main event sponsored by Manti Resources here, BFC 75. Talk about a main event again. Eric Thompson goes down.
A little capoeira style in here.
Duke Sensley with an unbelievable base.
Eric cannot stand there right in front of him. The more he stands there right in front of him, he's a sitting duck. He's got to move.
And Eric Thompson, official right there. Iron Gooden checking in on Thompson now.
Saying there was an eye poke. There was an eye poke.
Good checks in on Eric Thompson again, this main event, BFC 75.
Yeah, he might have poked himself in his own eye. They're calling the dock in.
There's nothing direct here towards Duke Sensley. Giving it back, they check on Thompson here.
Completely incidental, no one meant to do that.
Things like this happen. I mean, talk about momentum being put to a halt. Duke Sensley was right on top there. This might have been a break that Eric Thompson can definitely get some dividends from, depending on how bad that eye poke is.
Looks like we're going to keep going here. Oh, they waved it off. Looks like there's blood coming out of the eye.
Oh, wow. Well, as he was able to continue, I guess the answer is an emphatic no. This main event has been called. Talk about an abrupt decision.
Looks like a laceration in the eyelid there. Eyelid might be split open a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, official Myron Godet calling a stoppage of the action. 1 minute, 52 seconds, round number 1. Declaring your winner by TKO via doctor stoppage. Fighting out of the red corner, Duke the Nuke Sensley.
Not the victory I'm sure that Duke Sensley was looking for, but Duke the Nuke Sensley gets his
Ladies
arm
and gentlemen,
raised
stay tuned for the
nonetheless.
post-fight interview. We will see you at the Swamp Room on Veterans. The official after party starts now.
Even though it wasn't the performance he wanted, or the ending that he wanted, it was a great performance. He set up a lot of good feints, set up a lot of good attacks, and he executed on it.
Yeah,
I don't think the oppo
They turned on the
changed
lights
anything.
on us. That means we got to leave. I'm going to make it quick. Ladies and gentlemen, here with the winner of tonight's main event of BFC 75, Duke the Nuke Sensley. Duke, I said it a while back. We told him time and time and time and time and time again. If you want some, come get some. Duke is bringing the nuke. Duke, there was a lot of banter on social media between you two, and I think it all was settled tonight in tonight's main event. Looked like his eye popped out of his skull. How you feeling, Duke?
Don't you got a brother? Don't you got a brother that was calling me scary online? Where your brother at? Let me go finish off the bloodline then.
Okay, okay. Like I said, the banter was mainly started by Eric Thompson on social media. I kept getting notifications every day, Eric Thompson this, Eric Thompson that, and it seems like it was settled tonight. You handled business like you normally do. There was a sign of sportsmanship after this fight. I have to say, I was impressed. Eric Thompson understood. He got in the cage with Duke, and anything can happen. Duke, I could sense a bit of disappointment with your coach, Ray Lopez. He's one of the most vocal people I've ever met in my life. Ray is saying he's tired of weak opponents. What are we going to do about that, Duke? Are we looking for stronger opponents?
Yes, indeed. Anybody, y'all come on, step through. I need some type of challenge. Somebody that ain't just gonna tell a ref he done fighting and don't want to fight no more after a little shot.
Well, we told him time and time and time again, Duke, go nuke him. Duke, congratulations once again, sir. You walk out of here with yet another W. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to conclude the action here tonight from the Pontchartrain Center. We will see you at the Swamp Room. The official after party starts now. For everybody at BFC, this is Bryce Boudreaux saying good night. God bless America. God bless our troops. Please travel home safely. Love you, New Orleans. Bye-bye.